When I give attention and I notice what it may be an expansion or like a euphoric state, almost a sense of dropping,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
is that like a positive thing? Is it a
Yeah,
negative thing?
yeah, no,
Should I
it's
be
fine.
seeking that or
No, no,
not?
no,
Or
no. This idea of should I be seeking anything is already in the way. No, no, no. This is a completely natural thing. It's not about seeking. Seeking is, again, the wanting. Anything of wanting and not wanting, that's all conditional programming.
so when I'm spending time in presence, I'll notice maybe emotions, a lot of times energy,
Okay.
like maybe a heaviness in the chest, or maybe energy moving, or
Mm-hmm.
something. When I give attention to it, it'll maybe what you might be call expansion, or transmutes into almost a euphoric state. I
Nice.
think so. All these things are happening, and my primary is like how much attention. Like I was reading your book just a few days ago with this question, and um, you said the word notice, and that really um, made sense to me. Like just very gentle attention.
Yeah,
Um,
right. This is what I was talking about in the talk today. Yeah, so it isn't what's coming up. It could be anything, or what you're aware of could be anything. It's really when you give it attention, when the attention is free of self, when it's presence, then it doesn't support the conditional, which is usually contracted. So the way to pay attention on a simplistic kind of distilled level, if I can say it that way, is that if the way you're paying attention creates contraction, then it's the attention coming from personal will, from ego. If the attention actually there might be more of it that comes up, that could be fine. And it could be scary, maybe, or overwhelming. But the attention that's not in the way is the attention that allows whatever it is to do whatever it's doing. Now, what it's doing might be like too much. Wait a minute, I can't handle that much energy, or I'm feeling drunk, as Karin was saying, or something like that, or like I don't know if I want to be this euphorically blissful right now when I'm at the grocery store or whatever. I mean, there might be practical reasons for you know getting grounded and not getting caught in the transcendent, as it were.
when I give attention and I notice what it might be an expansion or like a euphoric state, almost a sense of dropping,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
is that like a positive thing? Is it a
Yeah,
negative thing?
yeah, no,
Should I
it's
be
fine.
seeking that or
No, no,
not?
no,
Or
no. This idea of should I be seeking anything is already in the way. No, no, no. This is a completely natural thing. It's not about seeking. Seeking is, again, the wanting. Anything of wanting and not wanting, that's all conditional programming. And so you just notice it. Oh, that's just the part of me that wants this. Or this is a part of me that wants to understand it. There's a part of me that wants to control it, that wants more of it, that wants less of it, that wants
I
to,
want I want to do it
exactly, the part of you that wants to do it right. And guess
right.
what? Guess what? You're supposed to say what?
Oh, I was waiting for the
You're
answer.
not doing it.
Okay.
You're not doing it.
Yeah.
This is the most important thing for you to hear. And neither am I. People say, oh, it's the guru, there's the teacher, he's the enlightened. BS, not true. Okay? No, 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 no. You might think that. It might seem like that, but it's not true. And people who say they're doing it are misusing power. Okay? And so you could say to yourself, if I'm not doing it, what's doing it? And that should, if it's asked in the right way, blow your mind and have that disappear. Because we are mostly this, we are consciousness, which has no ground. But we're also organisms, living organisms of planet Earth, and this everything that we so-called know as reality. And yet we are also the creative force of all of that, if you will. I mean, language doesn't cut it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and this is why when people arrive here, in large part, they're what I would say beyond the teachings. Not that the teachings aren't helpful or supportive or inspirational or whatever, instructive. They are, can be, if they are. But ultimately, it's like, oh, guess what? You're somehow miraculously finding your way in a way that has no way, that has no knower. And when you open into that more and more, it's frightening to the one who needs to eat and be comfortable and survive, which is all of what ego dynamics are, right? And so this is the balance. It's not that you don't chop wood, carry water, eat, sleep, eat when hungry, sleep when tired, that kind of thing. It's not that you don't take care of that. You do, but now you do it with a whole different, like, the world is transformed and nothing changed. Does that help?
Yeah, it does. Definitely. Could we sit together for a moment and just
Absolutely, of
tune
course.
in? Yeah.
Can I do a little like scan
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Overthinking turns our cranium into a overtight skull cap. And so I'm doing kind of psychic cranial work in a way, where it's just helping these structures kind of wake up and breathe and are naturally open and be flexible, which they're designed to be. And it gives the brain more stretchy power, I like to think of it. It facilitates brain stretching. You don't have to blow your mind, you just need to stretch it a little bit. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you,
Thank
Jon.
you so much. You're welcome. Take care.